Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about see if a detail certification is worth it for you. So I'm gonna give you my backstory. I'm gonna tell you how I started. So I started in 2020, just doing interior work. I still had a full-time job, so it's just weekends for me, and I actually liked it. For me, it's the outcome after all the work is done, and you see how nice the car looks. That's a really it's a good thing to experience, as you know it's your work. Um, And then after that, in 2021, that's when I started doing exterior work, like washes and waxes. And in that time, I did buy some polishers to get some practice on it because I do want to always keep on pushing myself to do better, to do more, to have more to provide for my customers. So when I started with the polisher, it was like dead winter. It was like January, and I live in Wisconsin, so it was cold as shit in my garage. But I went out there anyways because super excited to get my polisher in my hands and try it out. So there's a little picture of something that I started on. This is how it looked like, and then this is how it looked like after I was done polishing it. It was my first time using a polisher. I did a lot of YouTube research to figure out how to do that stuff, but it turned out pretty well for me as a first timer. But also at the same time, if you want to be good at it, it's going to take practice, and you got to learn some extra skills for it too. So that's why I chose to go to Esoteric Detail Academy. So when I was there, they're going to teach you the techniques that I didn't know you needed to know. So it was actually nice for me to go in and kind of learn on your edges. That's what Todd was telling me, as that's what decides from from a boy to a man is how your edges look, how they could turn out. You know, are they good? Because anyone can do like the middle of the panel and make it look nice, but how your edges doing, or in the curvature part, stuff like that. So that's how I really try to work on when I was there because I never had to deal with that too much for mine. And also at the same time, they feed you lunch every day. It's for 3 days. So and every day for lunch is about an hour, and they give you another person from the detailing business side of it. So you got a guy from marketing, a guy from maybe some websites, a guy who does like the YouTube channel. They probably throw in some other people, but the time I was there, that's what people who they showed me. So, and it was very a lot of information was given out that I didn't really think about asking because it's a small group and you have there's 4 people including myself, and they're asking questions like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. So there's a lot of things that you wouldn't think about asking, but someone else does, and then they give you the answer, so you're getting the answer as well. It's really nice, and in that group, we had people from different ranges from detailing. You got there's an older gentleman there that just wanted to do. He was just a DIY guy. He just wanted to do his own car, his kids' cars, and his grandkids' cars. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't want to make no money. He just wanted to make sure his cars were looking nice. So then there was another guy who actually had a detailing business. He always doing ceramic coatings. He was always doing all that stuff. So he just wanted to get more of a professional level. Because if you know what esoteric is, you know what Todd Writer, you gotta know it's all high end stuff. Like when we were there, we seen like stuff like Ferraris. There was Mercedes, Teslas, a G wagon up in there. I mean, there's a Lamborghini. I didn't see any Lamborghinis there, but that's all the stuff they have. Porsches, and that's what we worked on was a Porsche Cayenne E hybrid. I believe that's what it was called. Couldn't remember the year, but it was black, and I saw a picture of what we worked on right there. And it's a really cool environment, especially if you like cars like that. So walking in the shop and all you see is nice stuff. It's like, holy shit. So what Todd's doing, what he got going on, it's a good thing. And if you're a detailer, that's where you're gonna want to strive to get to that level one day. So it was really nice for that. And then you got another guy who was just started LLC. From what I understood, he didn't really have much customers. He kind of just did his friends' cars, the family's cars, and really wanted to open up a business about because he liked doing it. So he got an LLC. I hope he's doing well. I hope it's working out well for him. And then you got someone like me who's done the detailing part, like the interiors and washes, waxes. I want to step up my game for polishing and ceramic coating. So if you're for someone like me, it is definitely worth it because you got Todd Writer there who's been doing it for years, and in the detailing world, I mean, he's on top of the game, kind of. If you think about it, he was telling me stories of big companies that have paid him to go to their location and teach their guys how to polish paint. they reached out to him. He wasn't trying to sell them nothing, from my understanding. And he'd tell a lot of good stories, and a lot of like stories like, oh shit, hope I didn't get into that. Because obviously when you're doing paint work, it can be really delicate work sometimes. You can burn through a clear coat. If stuff's been repainted or been in an accident you don't know about, you kind of check the paint thickness gauge. But sometimes it's it's not exactly down to this clear coat. There's nothing to measure how thin your clear coat is. It's just from the top of clear into the bottom of the metal. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way to tell the difference from the primer and the color and the clear coat. So it's definitely sometimes a risk. So that's why you gotta be careful and just definitely get yourself a paint gauge, a paint depth gauge. Definitely give yourself one of those. And another thing that's really cool about it too, as well, is when you complete the class, you will get a discount from the Esoteric Car Care. Um, so yeah, I believe it's 15% off of anything you purchase, which is really nice. So, and all of us that were there, all of us bought some from his shop. I didn't buy nothing there because I had to fly there, so I didn't want to bring extra stuff. So I just ordered when I got home. I just ordered it, and it's really cool. So you can save if you keep my mind from there, and you can kind of get some of your money back from paying for the class. So it's definitely worth it. And like I said, if you're someone like me who's trying to get into paint polishing and ceramic coating, and you never had a lot of experience with polishing, or you never, like for me, I never had to work with ceramic coating. Um, yeah, definitely get yourself some, because with the price of the class, you learn that stuff, and then you can do two jobs, and there it got your money back. You know what I'm saying? And it's more of the time. It's not more a lot of equipment you're buying, I guess, or it's just the time you're spending to do that job. That's what you're really getting paid for. So, to me, it's definitely worth it. Here's my little certification I got. Uh, it's really cool to have that. Not for sure if customers really care about that, but when they come in your garage or come in your place of business and they see something like that, it's like, oh shit, it has more of like a professional look. So it definitely adds a little value to it if you look for something like that. So definitely, it's always good to always invest in yourself. So shout out to Todd and Esoteric and what they do, and I appreciate y'all for taking the time to watch my video. Y'all have a blessed day.